Legendary Passages, Episode 80, 6th Argonauts. Jason and the Argonauts, from the Library of Apollodorus. Previously, Jason received his quest, assembled dozens of Argonauts, and landed at Lemnos. Those tales are recounted here, as well as the other adventures on the voyage to Colchis. After Lemnos, the Argonauts were greeted by King Cyzicus of the Doliones, whom they accidentally killed. Then they went to Mysia, and sailed away without Hylas, Polyphemus, and Hercules, depending on the version of the story. Next, they came to the Bebryces, and cruel King Amycus was slain by Pollux in a boxing match. Eventually, they met with Phineus and helped him with his problem with the harpies. Phineus told them the secret to pass through the clashing rocks with the help of a dove. While sailing the Black Sea, they lost crew members, Idmon and Tiphys. But at last, they arrived at Colchis, most of them anyway. Jason and the Argonauts, a legendary passage from Pseudo-Apollodorus, Bibliotheca, or the Library, Book 1, Section 9, translated by J. G. Fraser. Now Jason dwelt in Iolcus, of which Peleus was king after Cretheus. But when Peleus consulted the oracle concerning the kingdom, the god warned him to beware of the man with the single sandal. At first the king understood not the oracle, but afterwards he apprehended it. For when he was offering a sacrifice at the sea to Poseidon, he sent for Jason, among many others, to participate in it. Now Jason loved husbandry, and therefore abode in the country, but he hastened to the sacrifice, and in crossing the river Anaris he lost a sandal in the stream, and landed with only one. When Peleus saw him, he bethought him of the oracle, and going up to Jason, asked him what, supposing he had the power, he would do if he had received an oracle that he should be murdered by one of the citizens. Jason answered, whether at haphazard or instigated by the angry Hera, in order that Medea should prove a curse to Peleus, who did not honor Hera. I would command him, said he, to bring the golden fleece. No sooner did Peleus hear that, than he bade him go in quest of the fleece. Now it was at Colchis, in a grove of Ares, hanging on an oak, and guarded by a sleepless dragon. Sent to fetch the fleece, Jason called in the help of Argus, son of Phrixus, and Argus, by Athena's advice, built a ship of 50 oars, named Argo after its builder. And at the prow Athena fitted in a speaking timber from the oak of Dodona. When the ship was built, and he inquired of the oracle, the god gave him leave to assemble the nobles of Greece and sail away. And those who assembled were as follows: Tiphys, son of Hagnias, who steered the ship; Orpheus, son of Oagrus; Zetes and Calais, sons of Boreas; Castor and Pollux, sons of Zeus; Telamon and Peleus, sons of Aeacus; Hercules, son of Zeus; Theseus, son of Aegeus; Idas and Licinus, sons of Apharius; Amphiaraus, son of Oicles; Caneus, son of Coronis; Palaemon, son of Hephaestus, or of Aetolus; Cepheus, son of Alius; Laertes, son of Acrisius; Autolycus, son of Hermes; Atalanta, daughter of Sconius; Menoetius, son of Actor; Actor, son of Hippasus; Admetus, son of Pheres; Acastus, son of Peleus; Eurytus, son of Hermes; Meleager, son of Onius; Ancaeus, son of Lycurgus; Euphemus, son of Poseidon; Poeas, son of Thamicus; Butes, son of Teleon; Phanus and Stymphalus, sons of Dionysus; Erginus, son of Poseidon, Periclymenus, son of Neleus, Augeas, son of the sun, Iphiclus, son of Thestius, Argus, son of Phrixus, Eurylaus, son of Mecistius, Peneleus, son of Hippolymus, Letus, son of Elector, Iphitus, son of Nabolus, Ascaphalus and Ialmenus, sons of Ares, Asterius, son of Cometes, Polyphemus, son of Elatus. These, with Jason as admiral, put to sea and touched at Lemnos. At that time it chanced that Lemnos was bereft of men and ruled over by a queen, Hypsipyle, daughter of Thaos, the reason of which was as follows. The Lemnian women did not honor Aphrodite, and she visited them with a noisome smell. Therefore their spouses took captive women from the neighboring country of Thrace and bedded with them. Thus dishonored, the Lemnian women murdered their fathers and husbands, but Hypsipyle alone saved her father Thaos by hiding him. So having put in at Lemnos, at that time ruled by women, the Argonauts had intercourse with the women, and Hypsipyle bedded with Jason and bore sons, Euneus and Ebriphones. And after Lemnos they landed among the Doliones, of whom Cyzicus was king. He received them kindly, but having put to sea from there by night and met with contrary winds, they lost their bearings and landed again among the Doliones. However, the Doliones, taking them for a Pelogassian army, for they were constantly harassed by the Pelogassians, joined battle with them by night in mutual ignorance of each other. The Argonauts slew many, and among the rest Cyzicus. But by day, when they knew what they had done, they mourned and cut off their hair, and gave Cyzicus a costly burial, and after the burial they sailed away and touched at Mysia. There they left Hercules and Polyphemus. For Hylas, son of Theodamus, a minion of Hercules, had been sent to draw water, and was ravished away by nymphs on account of his beauty. But Polyphemus heard him cry out, and drawing his sword gave chase in the belief that he was being carried off by robbers. Falling in with Hercules, he told him, and while the two were seeking for Hylas, the ship put to sea. So Polyphemus founded a city, Cius in Mysia, and reigned as king, but Hercules returned to Argos. However, Herodotus says that Hercules did not sail at all at that time, but served as a slave at the court of Omphale. But Pherecydes says that he was left behind at Aphete in Thessaly, the Argo having declared with human voice that she could not bear his weight. Nevertheless, Demaratus has recorded that Hercules sailed to Colchis, for Dionysius even affirms that he was leader of the Argonauts. From Mysia they departed to the land of the Bebryces, which was ruled by King Amycus, son of Poseidon and a Bithynian nymph. Being a doughty man, he compelled the strangers that landed to box, and in that way made an end of them. So going to the Argo as usual, he challenged the best man of the crew to a boxing match. Pollux undertook to box against him, and killed him with a blow on the elbow. When the Bebryces made a rush at him, the chiefs snatched up their arms and put them to flight with great slaughter. Thence they put to sea, and came to land at Salymdesis in Thrace, where dwelt Phineus, a seer who had lost the sight of both eyes. Some say he was a son of Agenor, but others that he was a son of Poseidon, and he is variously alleged to have been blinded by the gods for foretelling men the future, or by Boreas and the Argonauts, because he blinded his own sons at the instigation of their stepmother, or by Poseidon, because he revealed to the children of Phrixus how they could sail from Colchis to Greece. The gods also sent harpies to him. These were winged female creatures, and when a table was laid for Phineus, they flew down from the sky and snatched up most of the victuals, and what little they left stank so that nobody could touch it. When the Argonauts would have consulted him about the voyage, he said that he would advise them about it if they would rid him of the harpies. So the Argonauts laid a table of viands beside him, and the harpies with a shriek suddenly pounced down and snatched away the food. When Zetes and Calais, the sons of Boreas, saw that, they drew their swords and, being winged, pursued them through the air. Now it was fated that the harpies should perish by the sons of Boreas, and that the sons of Boreas should die when they could not catch a fugitive. So the harpies were pursued, and one of them fell into the river Tigris in the Peloponnese, and the river that is now called Harpies after her. Some call her Nicotho, but others Alopus. But the other, named Ocypete, or, according to others, Ocytho, but Hesiod calls her Ocypode, fled by the Propontis till she came to the Echinadian islands, which are now called Strophades after her. For when she came to them, she turned, Estrafe, and being at the shore, fell for very weariness with her pursuer. But Apollonius in the Argonautica says that the harpies were pursued to the Strophades islands, and suffered no harm, having sworn an oath that they would wrong Phineus no more. Being rid of the harpies, Phineus revealed to the Argonauts the course of their voyage, and advised them about the clashing rocks in the sea. These were huge cliffs, which, dashed together by the force of the winds, closed the sea passage. Thick was the mist that swept over them, and loud the crash, and it was impossible for even the birds to pass between them. So he told them to let fly a dove between the rocks, and, if they saw it pass safe through, to thread the narrows with an easy mind. But if they saw it perish, then not to force a passage. When they heard that, they put to sea, and on nearing the rocks let fly a dove from the prow, and as she flew, the clash of the rocks nipped off the tip of her tail. So, waiting till the rocks had recoiled, with hard rowing and the help of Hera, they passed through, and the extremity of the ship's ornamented poop being shorn away right round. Henceforth the clashing rocks stood still, for it was fated that, so soon as a ship made the passage, they should come to rest completely. The Argonauts now arrived among the Mariandians, and there King Lycus received them kindly. There died Idmon, the seer, of a wound inflicted by a boar. And there too died Tiphys, and Ancaeus undertook to steer the ship. And having sailed past the Thermodon and the Caucasus, they came to the river Phasis, which is in the Colchian land. This passage continues with the capture of the Golden Fleece and the Argonauts' voyage home. But our next passage tells another version of this tale, but this time with the Trojan sea monster.